Once again, you are welcome to my channel. You are welcome to Catfish Solution Academy. Once again, my name is still remains Odutola Isabi Ododiti, and we are great uncle on this channel. Today we are in episode 32, and from this episode 32, we'll be continuing on our topic, which I titled "How to Know the Best Feed for Your Catfish." Note, we are still on feed formulation week. We are talking about the A to Z of catfish farming. Yeah, before much I do, let me just dive in straight into the topic, into the main subject for today. On our episode 30, I stopped about the factor number 2, which I call understanding nutritional requirement for your fishes. That means to know the best feed for your feed formulation. So today I'll be going, because of our time, I'll be going into the number 3 factors, which is very, very essential for you to know that you are preparing, or you are formulating, or you are concentrating the best feed for your catfish. So the number 3 point is the protein content in the feed, which is the most viable, essential, and important part of nutritional feed for your catfish. I said it once again that catfish is one of those livestock that required more protein concentration in the feed to grow and to do better. Not all livestock have that, but catfish, in catfish farming, if you want a very good result, you need what we call high protein feed. For those of us that are into poultry farming, you can see that they have stages. They have the likes of the starter, where we have the grower, which we have the finisher, and this is not as it works for the catfish. Normally, the catfish, we have the starter, we have the grower, and we have the finisher. But from most especially if you are raising poultry farming, most especially maybe you are doing broiler and co, your starter is high in protein, your grower is low in protein. Why? Because you need growth. You need them to grow big. For those of you who are into poultry farming, so you need it to grow big. Sometimes the middle concentrated feed are cheaper than the finisher, because after passing through the growing stage, that means they are tall, you need them to get weight. And how do you impute weight? You input weight through the protein source. You increase the protein, and you increase the energy and the carbohydrate. So with this source on poultry farm, I noticed that the grower stage, the finisher stage, is more expensive than the grower stage. But in catfish, the finisher stage is cheaper than the grower stage. So that is how it works, because you as a catfish farmer have imputed lot of protein source from the start. So what you just need is just for them to blow and to have weight. And for them to blow and have weight, what can help them to have more of the weight is their tenacity, how strong they are, how rugged they are, the bone. If the bones are strong, they get more weight. And how can you work on your bone? You can work with the protein source, the carbohydrate, and your energy source. But you need more of a carbohydrate and energy source. So that is why the formulation for the finisher stage for catfish is lower. And I hope you really catch up 1 or 2 information on these two as well, because these are very, very important informations too as well. So the factor number 3, I said the protein content of the formulation is how you can know that this is the best feed for your catfish. Protein is a crucial component in catfish feed. The protein requirement varies based on factors like the catfish species and its development stage. For example, catfish fryers and fingerlings generally require high protein level than the adult catfish, like the grow out stages, from the launch to the grow out stages. Formulate the feed to meet the protein needs of your specific catfish feed production. I think from the episode 2 to episode 3, I gave a list on the requirement stages for your catfish. I think I will try to put it up here so that for those of you who would like to have the requirement protein, that means the requirement nutritional requirement protein for each stages of your fishes. If you don't have, I'll put it up here for you to really go through and understand better. So from this point again, we'll be going to the number 4, which I titled determine the energy requirement for your fishes. I told you earlier, those are the important factors that your fishes needs to do well. So those are what you need to look up for them to do better. Determine the energy requirement for your fish. Energy requirement depends on the catfish activities levels, the growth rate, and environmental condition. Provide an appropriate balance of carbohydrate and fat to meet the energy needs of your catfish. These are important factors too as well. Yeah, because of our time, let us go to the number 5 factors, which is consider essential fatty acid in your feed. Those are the factors, the essential requirement that you need to know that you are having the best feed formulation concentration for your catfish to do better. That means the number 5 is consider essential fatty acid in your catfish feed. Essential fatty acid such as the omega H3 and the omega 6 are vital for catfish growth and the health of the catfish. Include such of those fatty acids in the feed, such as the fish oil. Those are the parameters that cushion your fish's fatty acid. Those are the requirement, the ingredients, the materials that helps you to bring up that requirement of fatty acids, that means the omega H3 and the omega 6 into your fishes. So we have an example of it, like the fish oil or the vegetable oil. So that means if you, some of us, if we are formulating our feed, we normally go for the fish oil or go for the vegetable. We have the soya oil too as well. So these are another source of giving what we call the palatability, increasing the palatability of your feed. Yeah, palatability of your feed means the essence of your feed to accept your feed very fast. That means the guiding ingredient parameters for your feed acceptability. So those are what brings up the palatability in your feed. So let me just go to the number 6, which I titled include vitamins and minerals. So those are into your feed. Those are the requirements that you need to know that you are doing the best feed for your fishes. Ensure the feed formulations include essential vitamin and minerals in appropriate amount. These micronutrients play crucial roles in metabolic process, bone development, and overall immune functions in your fishes. I hope you really understand. Let me summarize this for you. I said the number 6 is make sure that you include vitamins and minerals in your feed. What does this really translate into your fishes? I said once again, this translates what we call the bone development and the overall immune functions, that means metabolic process in your fishes. This allows your fishes to develop what we call develop their immune functions, that means restrictions for bacterial any infections. That means when you are having what we call immunity in body means restriction. Restriction means don't near me. If you don't want all those things to near your fishes, so that is why sometimes if you are having, maybe you are having fingerlings and you are giving them feed from outside source that you don't know, and you notice that maybe you change from a feed to a feed, and immediately you change for that feed, you notice that your fishes started having infection, they started being sluggish, they are not doing the way they are doing before, they start dying. So maybe those kind of a feed does not contain those kind of minerals that can protect and restrict them from those diseases. You need agile fishes. And how can you work towards this? You can work towards this by number 1, make sure that you check your water. If your water is acidic, maybe some parameters of your waters are not correct enough, this will affect, that means will fight more on the immune function of your fishes, and by the time the fish are fighting, they may overwhelm them because they are inside that water. Maybe the water is highly acidic, and this will reduce their function of the immune boost in their body, and this will affect them. So that is why sometimes you see some feed formulation that will add what we call the immune booster for them, so that they can fight all those stuff. And to me, the more of the immune booster you can give is get a very good water. Make sure that you don't congest your water. Make sure that they are not overcrowded, and make sure that your water is clean. Change your water. With this, you will notice that your fishes will become very black and they will be strong, very, very strong. So from this episode, I think I'll be editing this episode today too as well because of our time. So I'll be diving into the episode 33. And before I go to the episode 33, for those of you who have not really subscribed to this channel, make sure that you press on the subscription button now, and make sure that you press on the notification button, press on the like button, and share this to some of your colleagues, some of your friends. Maybe you are in diaspora that needs to join the team of this catfish farming. Catfish farming is not really presently, all business are being attacked by the economy, and as we know, farming is one of the areas that can never be oversided in business growth. In maybe you want to grow a business, you want to go into a long time lifespan business. I think farming is one of those areas that you need to go for. For you notice that when we are even small, we have a lot of proverbs for farmers. So we have a whole lot of slogans for farms. So that is the area that the wealth is. That is the area that you keep on the labor for, that will give you lifespan that your children can meet up with. And those are the areas that most of our pensioners, our fathers, go back into after they might have worked for years. That means there is what we call future in fish farming. So if you really want to go into agriculture, make sure that you share this to anybody that you like, and they should tap into some of this information, and I think this will help them. Once again, my name is Stephen Oditola Abiodun, DTM, your great uncle on this channel. Thank you, and God bless you all.